Welcome back, everyone. This is day 2 of our English learning journey, a space where we don't just talk about English as a language, but as a skill that transforms your life. If you're here, I know one thing for sure. You want to speak English confidently. You don't just want to learn it, you want to live it. But somewhere, something holds you back. You understand English. You can read English. You can even write in English. But when it's time to speak, your mind goes blank. You feel nervous. You feel everyone's eyes are on you. And suddenly, even the simplest words disappear. Sounds familiar, right? Don't worry. You are not alone. This fear is real, and it's more common than you think. Why we fear speaking English. Let's start by understanding this fear. We humans are not born with the fear of English. We are taught to fear it through experiences, comparison, and judgment. Maybe you were in school once and you tried to answer a question in English, and someone laughed. Or maybe you were in college trying to talk to someone fluent, and they corrected you in front of everyone. Or maybe you compared yourself to others who speak so naturally and thought, "Why can't I sound like them?" That's how it begins. One small moment of embarrassment creates a lifetime of hesitation. But today, we are going to break that cycle. Because this fear isn't about English, it's about judgment. We're not afraid of grammar. We're afraid of what people will think. What if I make a mistake? What if they laugh at me? What if I sound foolish? You see, the fear of speaking English is not in your mouth. It's in your mind. And the beautiful part? You can retrain your mind. The truth about fear. Let's talk psychology for a moment. Fear has only one purpose: to protect you. When you were a child and touched something hot, you learned fear to stay safe. Now, your mind does the same thing with English. It tries to protect you from embarrassment. But here's the problem. The same fear that once protected you is now stopping you. The fear of judgment is an illusion. It feels real, but it's not. Most people are too busy thinking about their own mistakes to notice yours. And if they judge you, that says more about them than it does about you. So next time your mind says, "Don't speak," they'll laugh. Tell yourself, "It's okay. Even if they laugh, I'll still grow." Because growth happens outside your comfort zone. The shift from fear to freedom. Let's flip this perspective. Every time you open your mouth to speak in English, even if it's imperfect, you're doing something millions of people are too scared to do. You're not weak because you make mistakes. You're strong because you're trying. Confidence doesn't come from speaking perfect English. It comes from not caring about being perfect. You know, I once heard a story about a man who went to live abroad. He barely knew English, but he decided to speak anyway. Every day he made grammar mistakes. Every day people corrected him. But he never stopped. A year later, he spoke fluently. When someone asked him how he did it, he said something beautiful. "I made more mistakes than anyone else, so I learned faster than everyone else." That's it. That's the secret. If you want to overcome your fear, start loving your mistakes. Because every mistake is a sign that you're growing. Reprogram your mind. You don't need a fancy accent. You don't need a dictionary full of complex words. You just need to train your mind to stay calm while speaking. Here's how you can do it. Step 1. Talk to yourself daily. Yes, talk to yourself in English. In your room, while walking, while cooking, anywhere. Describe what you're doing. Say, "I'm making tea," or "I'm cleaning my desk." These small sentences create mental fluency. Your mind starts to think in English naturally. Step 2. Record your voice. Take your phone, open the recorder, and just speak for 1 minute every day. Talk about your day, your goals, or even your favorite movie. Then listen to your recording. At first, you might feel uncomfortable, but soon you'll start noticing improvement. Your pronunciation, your confidence, your flow. Step 3. Mirror practice. Stand in front of a mirror and speak. Look into your own eyes and talk as if you're talking to someone else. It helps you control body language, facial expression, and self-awareness. Step 4. Join conversations. Find small opportunities, talk to your colleagues, shopkeepers, or even strangers politely. You don't need long conversations. A simple "good morning" or "how are you" builds confidence step by step. Step 5. Don't translate. Think. When you translate from your native language, your brain gets stuck. Instead, think in English directly. Start small. Think, "I'm tired. I like this song. This food is delicious." That's how you slowly build natural thinking. Real confidence versus fake confidence. Many learners believe they'll speak confidently once they know enough English. But that's not true. Confidence doesn't come after fluency. It comes before it. You can't wait until you're perfect to start speaking. You must start speaking to become perfect. It's like learning to swim. You don't learn swimming by reading about water. You learn by stepping into it. Real confidence is quiet. It's not about showing off. It's about being comfortable with imperfection. So next time you feel fear, remind yourself, I don't need to speak perfectly. I just need to speak bravely. From fear to flow, let me share a small story. There was a girl named Mira. She always dreamed of working in an international company. Her English was okay, but whenever she had to speak in meetings, her voice trembled. She avoided speaking, thinking, what if I say something wrong? One day, her manager told her, Mira, we value your ideas, but if you don't speak, nobody will know them. That hit her deeply. She realized her silence was costing her growth, so she made a plan. Every morning, she spoke to herself in English for 5 minutes. She recorded her voice and listened. In 2 months, her fear reduced. In 6 months, she was confidently presenting in English. She didn't become fearless overnight. She simply learned to act in spite of fear. That's all you need to do. Don't wait for fear to disappear. Speak even when it's there. How to handle mistakes. While speaking, okay, let's say you're speaking in public and suddenly you make a mistake. What should you do? First, don't panic. Smile. Pause for a moment. Correct yourself and continue. Most people will appreciate your honesty. And guess what? This simple action builds your credibility. Remember, even native speakers make mistakes. The difference is, they don't stop. So from today, treat mistakes as lessons, not failures. Build your English confidence journal. I want you to start a small notebook. Call it your English confidence journal. Every night before sleeping, write 3 things. 1 new English word you used today. 1 small conversation you had in English. 1 thing you did better than yesterday. This journal will become your mirror of growth. Whenever you feel low, open it and see how far you've come. Because progress is not always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, but powerful. Let's make it practical. For the next 7 days, I want you to take this Speak Without Fear challenge. Every morning, record a 1-minute voice note in English. Every afternoon, think 5 random thoughts in English. No writing, just thinking. Every evening, speak 1 line of English with a friend, family member, or colleague. That's it. Simple. But after 7 days, your confidence will increase noticeably. Why? Because consistency kills fear. Before we close, I want to leave you with a thought. You're not learning English to impress anyone. You're learning it to express yourself. You don't have to sound like someone else. You don't need to hide your accent. You don't need to copy anyone's style. Your voice, your tone, your story. That's what makes you special. English is just a bridge. It helps you reach more people, more ideas, more opportunities. But you are the message. English is just the medium. So stop being afraid of judgment. Because nobody can speak English like you. Your version is unique. If you take one lesson from today's episode, let it be this. Courage comes before confidence. You don't wake up one morning and feel confident. You wake up and decide to speak, even when you're scared. That's what builds confidence. And every time you speak, no matter how small, you're building a new version of yourself. Stronger, braver, and more fluent. So from today, promise yourself, you'll never let fear control your tongue again, because your voice deserves to be heard. This was day 2 of our English learning journey. Overcoming the fear of speaking English in public. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share it with someone who's afraid to speak. Because sometimes, one small video can change someone's life. I'll see you in day 3, where we'll learn how to think in English naturally. Till then, keep speaking, keep believing, and never forget, every time you speak, you grow.